Abortion is a very sad topic, and it has become, unfortunately, way too politicized. That abortion is the result of pretty much men being irresponsible and taking advantage of women, and not being able and not being willing to commit themselves to remaining with this woman, ideally through marriage, and then raising whatever children would come as a result of their decisions. And so, the sexual revolution is what did this, is that people were taught, be free with your bodies, have as many sexual partners as you wanted to. But really all that did was it hurt women. It did not hurt men. It allowed men to seize on their more baser natures, and it put women in a situation where they were not able to rely on men to follow up, if that makes any sense. Now, something else has happened in this country which I think is not helpful is that abortion has been too closely tied to Christianity, almost to the point where if someone is spiritually indifferent, they are given the idea, as a result of that, you can't be pro-life. But the thing is, you don't have to be a Christian to think it's wrong to kill babies, because you can come to a pro-life position purely from a scientific perspective. Ever since Roe versus Wade first came down in the 70s, there has been so many more advances in medical knowledge, especially as it comes to fetal development and as it comes to our ability to keep babies alive who are born way before their due date, that as a rule, our society needs to totally re-examine this idea of what is abortion and what purpose does it serve. I mean, with my own experience, I had a son who was born at 29 weeks gestation, which is very early. But through modern medical knowledge, his well-being was never in doubt. And there are places in this country where you can still get an abortion at 29 weeks, and you can kill a child who is completely able to live outside the womb with relatively non-invasive medical help. And then children who are born earlier or who are much less healthy than my son was, they can still be preserved. They can still have a long, fruitful life alive, as opposed to have been killed, which I believe comes partly as a result of having our laws and our general ethic as a society being based on old information. I mean, something I've heard not infrequently is that that abortion is simply one of many issues, and that's true. And it's too bad that in modern politics, one of the political parties, which represents a certain way of looking at economic systems, has completely bought into abortion, and the other political party, which represents a different way of looking at economics, has completely rejected abortion, creating, therefore, a very polarized view, which is very unfortunate. But we just need to realize that we aren't imposing our own religious values onto other people by advocating for pro-life positions. We are simply trying to defend the lives of unborn children. But what that means then is that we do need to be concerned not just with making abortion illegal, but with helping those people who otherwise would have been inclined to get an abortion. Because the only thing that's going to make abortion go away in our country isn't going to be a Supreme Court decision. The only thing that's going to make abortion go away in our country is people not wanting to get abortions anymore. You won't be able to legislate this away. It's going to take a genuine change of heart and change of action on the part of our whole society.